This is Scorecard. Today on the program, we are in Yaba local government, where the local government chairman is doing a marvelous work, working around the clock to turn the tide in that local government. He's an averagely old man, but he's working like a young man, working in a way that will amaze you, going by his achievements that he has come to reel off on the program today. This is Omiyale. I'm going to take this time out, and when I come back, my guest is going to be seated with me. Just stick around. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, I said a while ago that we are in Yaba local government area of Lagos. We are here to see the magnitude of work that has been put in place by the local government chairman. As this program is synonymous with, we x-ray the activities of elected public officers. And that brings me to introduce my guest to you on the program today. That's talking about Honorable Kayode Omiyale. So nice having you on the program today, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So we are here to look at 4 key areas of development in this local government. We want to look at the infrastructure, we want to look at the education, we want to look at the environment, and then the human and free healthcare delivery that you have put in place as your contribution towards the advancement of this local government.
Thank you. Once again, I want to welcome you to our local government, Yaba Local Council Development Area. It may interest you to let you aware, to let the public aware also that this LCDA was carved out from original Lagos mainland local government. And Yaba LCDA consists about 2 areas of community. We have urban area. When you talk about area like Commercial Avenue, Montgomery Road, and Boronun Way, and some other area that's in the heart of Yaba community. Then we have what we can describe as rural area. That is Makoko, Iwaya, and the likes, like that. And it may interest you that in Yaba here, we have a lot of federal institutions, the presence of federal institutions in Yaba in terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of infrastructure. So at local level, we concentrated on the area of rural development in Makoko, Iwaya, and Abule Oja, Abule Jesha. And so far so good, since we have come into office, we have constructed about 4 roads. All these roads are from those rural areas, the one at the Sabbath rural area. We have constructed Obadino, that's in Abuleoja. We also reconstructed Ajaibembe, linked with Amusa Street. All these 3 roads are in Abuleoja. Then we came back to Makoko here, where we have constructed Church Street together with Okwagbon Street. Together we have about 1.5 or let me say 1.3 kilometer. In fact, almost about 600 of it were done with interlocking method because of the kind of water lodge of that area. About past 2 or 3 administrations have been able to reconstruct that road, but without much success. But we thank God when we came in, we have to put in all our efforts, all our strategy, all our technicalities to make sure that at least today, the people of that community, they are giving us, a sort of credit in what we have done there. And we can boast that for the next 10 years, the road will still be there. So these are some of the things. And presently, we have Ishola and Tokumbo Street. This road is more or less a sort of a joint effort between the local government and the state. Even though the resources using for that, for the project there is from the local government, but the project is being supervised by the state. And we have completed it. And that one, we put the walkway there, we put street light there, you know, and it's to a standard of a state project.
We'll go straight into the next category we want to talk about. So having come from the education background, that means having been a practitioner in the educational sector, what would you say are those cogent contributions of yours towards developing the educational sector of this local government?
In the first instance, I need to tell you that I'm a professional educationist. I retired as Director of Education. And when we are coming in, because of our background, the people within our community, they're expecting to see a sort of improvement in the area of education. And thank God, we had not performed badly in that area. At least we have a lot of indigent students, which we believe that some of them may not be able to afford for this JAMB, something for the GC form, and they are very good, they are very intelligent. We have a lot of them, even from Arura, from the area that we deserve as a rural community. We have a lot of clever and intelligent students there. So the local government have taken it upon itself to make sure that we didn't abandon those students. At every year, we used to provide them the GC form. In fact, in our first edition, we promised the students, the JAMB students, that whoever scored 250, we are going to give them a bonus of 250,000. And as at that time, we have about 6 of them who scored 250. And I'm happy to announce to you that all the 6 students have gained admission in the university. It is our tradition that every year we ask the parents not to buy stationery for their students, that the local government will take it upon itself. And I'm happy to tell you that since we have come into office, we have been supplying all the stationery to the students. We have, in the Yaba year, we have about 29,000 students in all about 31 primary schools that we have in Yaba LCDA. And we have been doing this. So there has been a sort of good rapport within this administration and the primary school. The primary school is under the purview of local government.
Yes.
We have not been able to do much as far as the secondary school is concerned, because it's not all that under our purview.
Now, that will take us straight to the area of the environment. We all know that we have to take care of the environment in order to make life very, very comfortable for the entire citizenry. So what are those things you have done to improve the environment within the precincts of this local government?
Yes, thank you. That's another area that we can beat our chest that, well, we are trying. We don't want to give ourselves a sort of pass mark. But don't forget, sometimes last year, the Lagos State is trying to change the policy in the area of environment, where we have been using private sectors partnership. Okay. We call them PSP, where we have Loma. But sometimes last year in 2018, the state's government came up with a vision scheme. And at that time we have a challenge, we have some challenges. But the local government is able to rise to the occasion. We make sure that we didn't abandon the people. Because in Lagos State, generally, people generate a lot of waste. So we increase our allocation for the clearing of the solid waste. And not only that, we also put in place a sort of a certain body we call environmental defender, who will be going around to monitor the area. There's some black spots, and we have to partner on our own to partner with the PSP, in which we have to take their compactors at least twice in a week to make sure that we remove all the baggage on our streets and on our different homes, free of charge to the member of the public. So we have not been charging them. What we have been doing is free.
Okay.
Yes, and we have been partnered with the Community Development Association, as well as the market women, as well as the politician. We have been collaborating to make sure that at least the environment is a little bit clean. And we also provide the containers, which we put in some strategic places, where people can go and drop their something. Even though we have challenges in those areas, because some people, they still believe that they can dump their refuse anywhere. And that is the purpose of the environmental defenders. So, and it may interest you that the first chairman of this local government is the one in charge of the environment. Yes, and he has been performed credibly well.
Let's go to the very last one on our list, which is the human and free healthcare development of the people of this local government. What are those things you have done for the aged, for the general public, and the empowerment programs you have done so far in order to alleviate the sufferings of the people?
By the time we came in, you see, before we came in, the last elected administration, left office in 2014. So all along we have been having a sort of interim administration. So by the time we came in, and the interim administration, there's a limit on which they can spend. But when we came in, we have a lot of funds, and we decided to invest in the human development, as we mentioned. We, under our 100 days in office, we spent about almost 10 million. And we spent to buy equipment for the artisans, in terms of the mechanics, the sewing-mistress, the hairdressers, the organizers, even the people in Makoko who are purely fishermen. We bought 3 fish boats for them, together with all the fishing tools, nets, and whatever. We gave it to the populace. And apart from that, we also make it as a sort of policy that every other month will be assemble at least 100 aged people and 50 widows, okay, in which we give them a stipend of 10,000 every month. Although sometimes when we have some challenges, we are unable to do it about 2 or 3 months in the course of 2018. But this year, we are going to, in fact, we want to improve on that. Then in the area of health, we used to organize a sort of health mission, in which we used to do at least every quarter, where we invite all the members of the community to our local government here. We put all the kind of training, diabetes, hypertension, BP, eyes, and some other things. In fact, we have done a sort of the eye surgery for almost about 80 people in terms of cataracts, cataracts, or what they call it. So we have done it for about 80 people, which cost us almost millions of naira. And apart from that, when we came in, we met about 4 health centers. One at Wire, which is regarded as a flagship of the health center in our local government. We have one at Obasalami at Jibo. We have one at Alaji Daudu. That one is at Ablejesha. Then we have one Alaji Kola Osho at Ableoja. So we have 4. And we decided one of the populated community in our local government, which is Makoko, they don't have any health center. So we decided to put in place a state-of-art health center in which we were planning to commission anytime from now. And the place has been well equipped, and we are trusting God that anytime from now, we are going to commence operation there. In fact, we want to make that place to be a sort of annex. We are having it in mind that we are going to partner with Lasut, where they can make that place, because we have a lot of amenities there. So we are working towards that.
Fully sponsored?
Yes, fully sponsored by the local government.
Okay. All right, wow, you've really come a long way. Now, I want to wrap this chit-chat up by asking you to give your goodwill message across to the people within the purview of this local government. What you expect from them and what you want them to still hang on, believing that the local government will do for them.
Well, in the first instance, I need to express our sincere appreciation to the good people of this local government. They have been cooperating with us, they have been partnering with us, and on our own side, we have not let them down. And I want to assure them that we still have a lot of things to do for them. We are still going to improve on our education facilities. God's willing, this year, we want to reconstruct 2 schools. Olima Primary School is one of the schools that we want to focus on this year. And we are going to provide school furniture for our children. In the area of environment, we are going to improve on that too. But that one want to appeal to our people to cooperate with us. We want them to make use of the designated centers where we have our dustbin. We don't want them to put their garbage on the major road. You see, we want to assure them that at least twice in a week, our vehicles, our compactors will be going around the community to cut away their waste bin. So we want them to cooperate. For now, we have not asked them to pay. We are still waiting for the state government to come up with the blueprint on how they are going to be operating. But for now, we have taken it upon ourselves that we are not going to let them down. We then expect them to drop their waste on the drainage, on the canal. We have our dustbin in strategic places in which we want them to discharge their waste. And where they don't do that, let them keep it in their homes. The vehicle will be going around to cut it away. And having said that, we need resources. In the area of revenue, we want to appeal to our people that all the revenue that is due to the local governments, we are not going to force them, but we want to appeal to them. We want to appeal to them that they should pay their revenue as such when due. And this will make the local government to be up and doing, at least to wake up to their responsibilities. We are appealing to them and we are assuring them that we're not going to disappoint them.
So nice talking to you on the program today, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being our guest.
You're welcome.
And keep up the good work, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are still not done. We are from here now, we go straight to town, and we are still going to talk to some people to ask about his contributions towards the development of this local government. So you need to just hang on and see who we shall be talking to in this local government. We'll be right back.
One of the beauty of democracy is impactful governance, that they have been able to bringing to bearing. Because for a long time, our people have not been able to have this type of experience in terms of incorporating the community, incorporating religious bodies, and also the area of reaching out to ethnic groups in the community. He has done this in the first 100 days. I can attest to it that his achievement was very enormous in terms of 2 beautiful good roads. And currently we have a standard hospital that will be commissioned very soon. It's just a matter of giving the dates. The thing is situated in my ward. I'm so glad for that. But that is one of the most populated areas in Makoko.
Well, to God be the glory. In the first place, we have to give God the Almighty, the creator of everything, to give him thanks for giving him the strength, ability and wisdom to govern his people. He has been the council chairman going to 1.5 years now, and he has done so many things that needs to be done in various wards in his local government of Omiyale region. In the area of youth development, when we got to government here, Omiyale went to schools to empower the less privileged ones in schools. After he has done that, he gave them books, bags, items that is good to study. You know, education is the first priority of Omiyale government, because without knowledge, you are building a generation of waste. Knowledge is power, and that is the first thing he gave to the people.
Since its inception, I've seen a lot of projects like road tarring. I can see that he has started Ajayi Bembe Street, Obadino Street, and the other street, Amusa Street. Then coming to Makoko, he has been able to tar Church Street and the street leading to Okwagbon stroke Iwaya. Apart from that, we have a bridge that was collapsing, so he has been able to rectify the fault there.
This is how we wrap it all up on Scorecard this week on the program. Like I always say, next time it could be in your neighborhood. This is Omiyale signing off. Bye-bye.
Red eye,
I love this kiss a bit.
bros, if you no love, what you get? It's Victor Eddie, na na na, yeah. Pray for grace, my G. I say pray for grace, oh. Oluwa má gbàgbé mi, I want all this money. Don't want take the same step where I take last year, when don't work for me, oh. Lord, as I dey grind, I dey hustle, bless me with this money. But on your hand that day, I say make you run out for me, oh. If we don't make money, wait till we get, oh. Wait till we get. If we don't buy the best, wait till we get, oh. Wait till we get. If we don't get control, wait till we get, oh. Wait till we get. If we don't make money, wait till we get, oh. Wait till we get, oh. Lord, you know what to me, and you don't talk, make you manifest, oh, Baba. This street now my grace, no be who are super say carry first, oh. Now your grace I take the leave, I know if you play attack and defense, so at the same time. And I thank you Lord, say even when I dey cross, you still give me the talent to give make I pass it. Phone the ring, na family they call, oh. If not be billing, na something they solve, oh. Anyhow you be, my money is involved, oh. Oluwa bless me.